When leaving Ushuaia, it's only about a day and a half at sea. The next morning, the guests wake up and they're in Antarctica.
It feels every time like you're going somewhere special.
It's this beautiful, serene, wide landscape that you cannot explain unless you've been there. Waking up that morning and seeing that for the first time it's incredible. My name is Jarda Versleut and on board I work as the assistant expedition leader for the Seabourn quest.
My name is Robin West and I'm going to be the expedition leader on board the Seabourn quest. The expedition team on board the Seabourn ship consists of about 14 staff in total. We will carry guys who specialize in ornithology, geology, glaciologists. I always explain it as having 11 encyclopedias walking around with you.
Our ornithologists will talk about the birds that we're seeing while we're going through the Drake Passage.
Then once we get closer down to Antarctica, depending where we are, we might have the historians on to talk about early explorers down in Antarctica.
And the historian will tell us all about the Shackleton epic adventure, and when we get to Grytviken, you'll actually visit his grave where Shackleton was buried.
There is always a continuous shuttle from the shore side to the ship with the Zodiacs.
It's all about also the guest mentality, about how much they would like to do.
The great thing is in Antarctica, when you come ashore, you can go 20 meters, sit down, and everything's right there in front of you.
The great thing about Antarctica is that the wildlife is guaranteed. Killer whales, humpback whales, minke whales.
Seabourn's doing 4 trips down there, so each trip will be slightly different in terms of what you see.
The crab-eater seal, weddell seal, leopard seal, it's fantastic. And going to South Georgia, you'll see fur seals as well, elephant seals.
Any time you go is a fantastic time to go.
There is no typical day, it changes all the time.
When you're ice cruising, you're moving at about 2-3 knots, depending on the ice.
It is an incredible concept. You go outside, you're cold, you come back and then go back to your warm, comfortable room. I'm sure Shackleton would have been very envious.
On an average day, the weather really isn't that bad. The magnificent thing with Antarctica is a sunny day is gorgeous.
After all this summer in Antarctica, and I think I've been colder in Scotland on a trip when it's wet cold than ever in Antarctica.
One of the stops we're going to be making is in Port Stanley.
The Falklands in general is a wonderful place for wildlife as well, and you get extra species of penguins like the rockhopper, the king penguin and the
Magellanic
penguin.
The island itself is gorgeous. What's always great to see in the Chilean fjords is the contrast between this beautiful green forested landscape and then these massive glaciers which roll down over the rocks into the ocean itself.
And I've got pictures from 10 years ago that I compared with pictures from the last few years, and you can see glaciers receding drastically.
Adelie penguin numbers have dropped drastically over the last couple of years in terms of breeding and in terms of rookeries because there's too much moisture, it's too warm.
I would say come to Antarctica as soon as you can, regardless. Robin was saying yesterday, the only bad thing about coming on a trip to Antarctica is that every other trip after that will be disappointing. It is an experience of a lifetime.
It's incredible to be out on glaciers, see penguins, see whales, and then in the evening come back, glass of champagne, dress, and enjoy the luxuries of the ship. It is, like Yara said, something Shackleton, I'm sure, would have been very interested in.
I mean, experience Antarctica, but do it in comfort. It's a great combination.
You get there in the morning, you sail away, you feel like you're the only person in Antarctica.
It's just incredible. It's a wonderful place. It really is.